Welcome to Fantasy Bout Hour, the channel dedicated to bringing you fantasy matchups on a regular basis. If there's a fight you want me to cover, please leave it in the comment section, and I promise to honor your request. Hello, fellow boxing fans, and welcome back to another prediction video. Before I get into the content, I would just ask that you would share, like, hit the bell notification, and the usual. If you're watching, you might as well subscribe. You're just pressing a button. If you could just help me out, that would be fantastic. So the fight I'll be covering in this video is another great one from Peter Garcia, and this is a common fantasy match, but this is just my take on it. And that is Evander the Real Deal Holyfield versus Smoking Joe Frazier. And both of these guys are basically the same fighter, with a few differences, of course, but they're the same pedigree, just having that toughness and determination. And I truly believe that both fighters genuinely love fighting. And they both have that deadly left hook in common. They both utilize the cross-arm defense, and they both love fighting on the inside. So this would be an explosive phone booth event. They both love going to the body, especially with that left hook, and they both have great chins. Frazier has more power, but Holyfield throws better combinations. And I will say that these two fighters are probably the toughest fighters in the history of boxing. They're both extremely durable, and so I don't think either guy would really hurt the other easily. And there would be a lot of back and forth action, with each fighter having several moments in the fight. And I'll call fighters like this wartime fighters because they've been in so many wars. They're so battle tested. And neither one of them ever appeared to be afraid of their opponents. This fight could possibly turn into a battle of left hooks. And as I mentioned before, both guys could really take it on the chin. And I honestly don't see how they were taking those kind of shots back then. But it is just a testament of their toughness. And these guys were superhumans as far as I'm concerned. Now, we know that both guys fought during some tough times and some tough eras to where in order to be the best, you had to beat the best. It wasn't any cherry picking, no fighting once or twice a year. I mean, you really had to earn it the hard way. And both of these guys did. Both fighters are so seasoned and tested, it's ridiculous. So we definitely have a banger on our hands. Now, both guys had tremendous stamina and endurance to be able to fight the way that they fought over 12 and 15 rounds. And both guys were usually strong in the later rounds or came on stronger. But I feel that Frazier has more stamina and endurance, and that could possibly give him the advantage going down the stretch, especially having that 15-round experience. And as I mentioned earlier, they both have tremendous left hooks, but Frazier is known for the left hook. So I would say he does have the better or slightly better left hook. But I do feel that Holyfield has the better defense and the better punch resistance. And Frazier showed more signs or visible signs of taking punishment than Holyfield did. Now, I liked how Joe Frazier would bob and weave behind the cross-arm defense, putting on pressure, getting on the inside, going to the body, and coming up with his signature left hook. But I don't know if that strategy would work against Holyfield because Holyfield keeps the fight close. And Holyfield would be within Joe Frazier's range to where he wouldn't get extension on that big left hook. And Holyfield was great at throwing those short combinations at close range. So in other words, Holyfield is better at inside fighting than Joe Frazier. Not that Frazier wasn't great on the inside himself, but Holyfield just did some things a little better and was more polished in some areas. So while Joe Frazier's punches had more impact, Holyfield put punches together a little better. And I always loved the way he set up his big shots. Now, you have too much will, skill, and heart between these two. So both of them will take a lot of damage, unfortunately. But this fight would have went down in history, regardless of the winner. But for me, the real deal Holyfield was a better, more refined fighter. And he was always in tip-top condition. And so I'm going to say after a grueling war, Holyfield wins by stoppage in round 11. Those are my thoughts. Please let me know what you think. I'll see you soon.